Hey, today I would like to talk about AI as a big distraction for software engineers and developers. And I want to simply reflect on my past experience. And I'm talking about practices, pacing, decision making, and basically everything that comes together, and we call it as software engineering. So what I mean by distraction, when you have a tool which you can use and build very rapidly sort of any kind of solution that you are thinking about, it becomes kind of necessary to use it in an environment where everybody is using it. But there is one little problem with the speed. If you can build anything you can think of, that means you can start exploring a lot of side projects, a lot of ideas, and it will distract you to the point where you will start so many projects, finish basically any of them, because you can always start a new, fresh idea which will excite you. And I think this is also connected to the idea of TikTok brain, where you can just, if you are feeling bored with the video you have currently on your screen, you can just swipe and look at the next video, and you can do it basically over and over because there is infinite amount of videos waiting for you, and there is no reason to stay on the current video if you are bored, because well, you can hit the next dopamine hit on the next swipe. And I feel this way about the current AI agentic model of the development, where you can just prompt yourself to the solution, and if you don't like it, you can just try to reprompt it and basically pull the lever on the slot machine and get another shot. Interestingly, there is some kind of like satisfactory when you are doing that. So there is definitely a dopamine hit trying to one shot the solution or trying to redo some kind of like part of the software with these agentic tools. And I think it is very similar to the TikTok brain. So I think that this kind of like TikTok brain development is very damaging to the discipline itself, because what we should strive for is like being careful and delicate about the development process, but instead we are rushing towards the result as fast as possible and breaking as much or as many things as possible too. So I think that the fast result are distracting us from the greatness that we can strive for. And to be honest, I started to feeling this on myself, that I'm not really capable of like long-term focus anymore, because there is always this next idea that will spark joy and I will try to pursue it, but after a while it feels like there is something empty. I think this feeling of the initial excitement of starting a new project or trying a new idea, a new experiment, is taking away from me experiences that I had in the past, where you are slowly building towards the greatness, and the greatness can be like your own self development, or the next eureka moment that will change how you think about things, like I don't know, like when I first heard about functional programming, or learning to solve problems with dynamic programming, or like mastering object-oriented programming, or whatever concept that will like change your view on the software development problem solving. Like these are great, and I want to experience like a lot of them, but this shortcutting to the results is taking it from me basically, because right now I'm not really incentivized to think deeply about things. I would say, because there is this retry mechanism that is very quick, and we really optimize it for quick iterations and quick feedback loop. But I think the the feedback loop is more optimizing on dopamine than the actual like quality of the result. So when I think about like productivity gains, I also started to feeling the distraction rate. Like I can be distracted like very easily and very quickly with the just new, because there is this capability of just doing a lot of stuff. So the ability to think about like the solution and coming up with these ideas, this is something I want to like do more. And I would say all these posts, like these extreme posts about extreme productivity, you need to do this or you will be left behind and such. You've definitely seen these. It's just noise and distraction from what actually matters. And for me, it's quality software that matters, and the process of delivering the results that I can say, I own this, and this is something that I'm proud of. And you can't really have it with the agentic coding. Like, I hope that we don't lose this sense of accomplishment with these tools. I know that these tools are amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, computer can now solve very difficult problems by like on its own. But yeah, like it's at the end there is a hollow shell of nothingness, and we as creators of these things are no longer connected to them. So we don't have the sense of ownership of these things, and I feel like, yeah. Yeah, we are probably on the track of losing something very important, like in the software space. And I hope that like everything will be all right at the end, and if we can all enjoy like doing the software with the human touch and focus on what matters the most. And I think that's the working end result that satisfies the users, the creators, because I think everything is becoming more average with these tools. So these tools are great for getting results, but we need to think about like what we are losing using them every day. And we are losing the focus and the self-improvement and the eureka moments that changes our thinking. And I think that's really hard to let go.